We realize that talent is everywhere, but opportunity is not.
CLOVER is an exciting new e-learning platform with positive youth development at its core.
Positive youth development in a nutshell, I would describe it as looking at the assets that a young person has versus a deficits-based approach where you want to prevent negative behaviors. You're really looking at what strengths does a young person have, how can we build those up, and how can we provide positive experiences that develop life skills, build networks and relationships for that young person to thrive.
This generation is the most diverse that we've ever seen. They are the most transparent, they're the most ambitious, and they're the most digital. We want to meet them where they are, creating something that would delight them as well as engage them, which is why we're so excited about CLOVER by 4-H, which is really going to be a container for incredible experiences that allow young people to explore their spark, their passion, which could be in STEM, it could be in agriculture, it could be in healthy living or civic engagement.
They may start with a particular interest. They're not really sure what they can do with it. And then it gets slowly a little bit more complicated. And then it actually gets to a career pathway. So what could you be? Core learning is absolutely extremely important, but exploring their creative side, things that are going to give them joy and delight in life is so important because, when you're growing up, you really want to know that there's something out there for you. Life is really hard for kids, I think, right now. If they can find something that really appeals to them and they can feel really good about and they can say, this is mine, or this is who I want to be, I think that goes a long, long way.
We started the process with some research to understand what motivates young learners, how we can digitalize some of the lesson formats that were traditionally delivered in a physical forum. Learners want to make their mark, so we provided young people with opportunities to impact and shape their own experience on the platform.
They wanted to be able to personalize it, they wanted to be able to customize it, they needed interactivity, and then they needed content that was going to help them be immersed in the learning, because learning can be either very exciting or very, very boring.
We used pins and certificates to reward users as they progressed, and we broke individual activities down into digestible pieces.
So we have different learning models and frameworks that we use in our curriculum. One of them that's pretty popular is the experiential learning model. All of those categories from the experiential model, as an example, can still exist online. You want to make sure that the child experiences the activity, has a hands-on opportunity, that you're asking critical questions, that you're having reflective opportunities, and that you're applying it. How does this work in the real world? How does this new skill or activity or game that I just played apply in the world around me? We're thinking about how technology is so rooted in our daily lives, in the classroom, in our workday, in most every industry that you come across, there's some technology involved, right? So it's important that our youth have the skill sets to utilize technology and that they're teaching us adults who might need to brush up on those skills, but then also having the platform to engage in those learning experiences through technology is critical. It's allowing us to stay ahead of the curve because we know that this is what's going to be needed for us to remain relevant into the future.
We serve over 6 million kids a year, and we want to reach 10 million kids, and we're not stopping. This is one way to reach kids and meet them where they are.